Alright guys, so today we're working on the aviator. We're going to be doing rotors and pads, front and back. I already jacked up the car, put a stand, and on the back I already got it braced up. So I'm going to be doing this side first, and then we're going to move forward to the other side. So let's get started. Basically, take the wheel off. You secure that the car is not going to fall on you. While you're here, you want to inspect things that are bad. We already know that the bolt joint is bad, and we go over the little thing that we might be able to find. But regardless, how to do the brakes, I have not taken it off yet. So like always, I try to compress the piston. I try to compress the piston before I take it out of its place. So we're gonna be doing that, compressing it. We got the 212. I think they're gonna be 13s, and then we have the bracket itself that we're gonna have to remove the studs on the back of it. So let me compress the piston, the caliper, loosen it up so we can take the bracket off, and the rotor should be able to come right off. It doesn't have a secure pin or anything, so it should be able to fall off. So yeah, let me get that done real quick and then I'll get back. So remember, it's this one and it's gonna be the one on the bottom here. Alright, be right back. Alright guys, so I already compressed the piston, same way as always. For those of you that haven't seen it before, I stick this in this groove and I try to pry in this kind of motion between the pad. I usually start here, kind of prying the caliper a little bit so I can get room on the pad, and then I start prying on the pad. It's gonna get to a limit, then you have to jump to the other pad so you can actually compress the piston itself. But as you can see, that's a perfect result. The piston is compressed without having any special tools or anything. The caliper, it's a 14 studs on the caliper itself. Then on the bracket there are 21, the bigger ones here that are back here. It's this one and this one. There are 21 mil. So now the rotor is loose. I'm gonna grease up this little end caps here. I'm gonna take them off, clean them, and grease them up. Put the new hardware, and I should be able to put everything back together. So let me get that done real quick, and then I'll get back to you guys. Alright guys, so the new pads are in, caliper's back in. I already greased up the sliders. The rotor's back in place. So now we just gotta put the wheel back on, and I'm gonna move to the back so we can do this side, and then we can get done with the other side. So let me move to the back, and then we'll put the wheels on both tires at the same time. Alright, be right back. Alright guys, so obviously I already took the rotor off. We got the bracket here for the caliper. This is the caliper. Like always, compress the pads. Kind of sits like this. Just stick it on the pad in between the caliper and the pad so you can compress it. You're gonna put new grease on the sliders, and then you're gonna put in new pads obviously, and put everything back together. This customer needs e-brake shoes. Falling apart. It's just sitting like that, so we're gonna have to get that done another day. And this one does not have anything at all, so we need to get new e-brake shoes for it, and that will be another day. So for now I'm just gonna put everything back together, put the new rotor back on, and it should be good to go. Alright, be right back. Oh, and the bolts are 10mm. Alright guys, so the pads are back in, everything is tight. I also noticed that it has the servo link is bad as well. So it has a few things that are bad. But anyways, then we put the wheel back on, and we put the front wheel back on, and then this side of the car should be done. And we can jump to the other side. Alright, be right back. Alright guys, so I've already taken out this part out. Again, the 210s that comes out, and always squeeze the caliper. Now as soon as I open this side, there is no shoe here, nothing at all. So whoever did the brakes last time, they took off 3 shoes, because the other side only had 1, and it was falling off already. So the e-brake doesn't work on this car, and it hasn't worked in a while, if you can see. So let me get the new rotor, the pad, grease these little sections here, and we should be able to put everything back together and move forward to the front end so we can get it back. Alright guys, so I already did the back, put that back together. Now we're going to be doing the front here. So again, 14s and compressor piston. So this is what we're doing right now. I already put it in the middle of the rotor and kind of started making room for the pad. And now I'm in between the pad and the rotor itself. And then you just pull on it so it compresses, and that's out of the way. So let me get the studs off, remove the 21 mils on the back for the bracket so we can put the new rotor, the bracket back on, grease up the push pins, and should be able to put everything back together. Alright, see if we get that done real quick. Alright guys, so the rotor is in, we lubricated the studs, lubricated the push, everything is in, new pads, everything is secure. So now we put the wheel back on, we're going to take it for a spin. So the pad's married to the rotor, and we should be good to go. Alright guys, like always, share, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.